Hello, you beautiful souls, and welcome back to another episode of the Soulful Self. My name is Hannah, your host, and today we are getting into everything about the heart chakra, which may or may not be my favorite of all the chakras, and I am really excited to share my insights about this energy and space with you all. So let's dive in. So, in this section, we will be focusing on the heart chakra. The energy of the heart chakra is all about, yep, you guessed it, love, but it also has to do with connection, forgiveness, understanding, and empathy. The heart chakra is so special because it's in the very middle of all seven chakras, and it's essentially the bridge between the lower, more earthly chakras, root, sacral, and solar plexus, which we just went through, and also the higher, more spiritual chakras, throat, third eye, and crown, which we will move on to later in the series. So we have grounded, we have created, and we have lit our inner fire. The first three chakras have a lot to do with us, who we are, where we come from, and what we want to create while we're here, but they're very centered in self, which is important. But the heart's magic is that it pulls us into the realm of connection. And let's be honest, that's what this whole human experience is really about. Don't get me wrong, it will always be important to be confident in ourselves, to know what brings us pleasure, and to stay grounded. But if we never rise to the higher chakras, our life would become pretty lonely pretty fast. And not only does the heart chakra govern our connection to others, but it's also our connection to all living things: nature, Mother Earth, animals, plants, everything. We must hold love in our hearts for all living things, as we all play an important role in the whole beautiful cosmic web that is woven so beautifully around us. And since getting more into this space and having a true, deeper understanding of the energy of pure love, I will not even kill bugs inside my house anymore. I will just simply put them on a piece of paper or something and let them back outside, except for mosquitoes, because I have a thing with mosquitoes. I cannot stand them. But I think in a situation where you're like protecting your life, maybe if it was like something poisonous that could kill you, that's a different story. But if it's just a harmless spider, if it's just a harmless animal that's not causing any like hurt to you or anybody in the house, I just don't think it's necessary to kill a life. I will just take it and put it outside and let nature do its thing. Anyway, when I think of the heart chakra, I think of love. And if I have learned anything from this life or all the other lives that I have lived before this one, it's that love is truly the answer. And if we do anything and everything out of the state of love, then we're doing it for the right reasons. And love is one of the highest frequencies that we can experience as a human. And it's what gives life so much meaning and fulfillment. The love that we share with our families, our children, our partner, our pets, our friends, and most importantly, the love that we hold for ourselves as well. It is also the things that we love, because when we do what we love, we become magnetic. And that's when you experience so much joy, fulfillment, and magic in your life. And the heart chakra may be the most important chakra, because if you can keep this chakra balanced, cleared, and in a good energy, it can actually help to balance all of your other chakras, because love is really that powerful, and it's really that bridge between the upper and lower chakras. Because if you are in a state of pure love, if you are really have a good relationship with that energy and you have such an open heart space, you're practicing forgiveness, and all you're not holding on to any sort of grudges, resentment, then it just naturally kind of aligns your other chakras. So focusing on this chakra is actually a really important practice. So the Sanskrit name for the heart chakra is Anahata, and it is derived from the meaning unstruck or unbeaten, which loosely translates to do no harm or do not hurt others. And the phrase for the heart chakra is I love. The mantra is Yam. The color that represents the heart chakra is green. It can sometimes be pink. Obviously, pink we associate with love, and then certain crystals, which we'll get to, such as rose quartz, is good for the heart chakra. But anytime that you see the chakras depicted, it will always be green. The heart chakra is located at the center of your chest, physically where your heart is, and it governs over your heart, blood, and circulatory system, your lungs and respiratory system, your thymus gland, which has to do with your immune system and immune function, shoulders, arms, and hands, which is a representation of how we give and receive. I like to think of this as giving somebody a hug, the part of our body that we use to hug and embrace another, and also your upper back and your chest. So just that entire area of your body and all the organs that fall in that place. And energetically, the heart chakra governs your ability to give and receive love to both yourself and to others, compassion, forgiveness, and empathy, because at the end of the day, we are all just humans and we are all just learning. So it's important that we practice compassion, forgiveness, and empathy for others and for ourselves as well. Connection and relationships, how you connect to others, having healthy boundaries, emotional healing, and the ability to let go of pain and resentment, self-love and knowing that you are worthy and deserving of love, and radiating the energy of love outward. I like to picture this as a Care Bear. I don't know if you ever watched Care Bears as a child, but each Care Bear kind of has their own superpower, and when they shine it, it's like this big beam of light comes out of their belly, but we'll do it as our heart space. And I like to practice this a lot. Like, if when I'm giving somebody a hug, or if I know there's somebody in my life that could use some extra love, I visualize that my Care Bear beam, my beam of light, is radiating from my heart to theirs, and that you can feel that love so that they can receive that love from me and have that exchange of energy. So, some core themes for the heart chakra. The heart chakra is associated with love, empathy, connection, compassion, and forgiveness. So, we are just going to dive deeper into some of these core themes of this chakra. So, first of all, love and compassion. This is important that it's for both yourself and others, as well as all living things, which we touched on. Do no harm. Do not act in a way that is purposefully hurting others. We need to be kind and have compassion for each person, as we never know what another person is truly going through. Even if it's somebody that is so close to you in your life and you think that you know, we actually don't know, because unless you can read minds, unless that person's being 100% honest and open, I think almost every single, if not every single one of us, goes through silent battles that we don't talk about. We go through things that maybe we feel ashamed of, maybe we're embarrassed of, maybe we don't feel that we can fully crack open and share that with others. And if everybody kind of has that on their own, we'll never fully know exactly how somebody's feeling inside. So that's why we need to practice actively having compassion for every person and sending them love, because we don't know what they're going through. We don't know what they've been through. We haven't walked, every mile in their shoes that that person has. So it's just a really good practice overall as a human for being a human being, just having that love and compassion for others. And self-love. This may be the most important, as the relationship that we have with ourselves has such an effect on every other relationship that we have in our lives. And I believe this fully to the core of my being, and I will continue to teach this for the rest of my life. Because if we cannot have compassion and forgiveness and love and for ourselves, how can we A, have it for others, and B, expect other people to have it for us? because your entire external reality is a reflection of your internal reality. So if you feel that you are lacking love in your external life, if you're trying to attract a partner, or maybe you're struggling with your relationship with your family members, loved ones, friends, whatever, and you're feeling there's a lack of love, a lack of compassion from others to you, pretty good chance that if you looked in the mirror, it's actually stemming from that lack of love and compassion you're having for yourself. And if you can do that work and heal that for yourself, it will instantly fix those relationships and the love that you are blocking yourself from receiving from other people because you're not having it for yourself. So self love is so, so important. And I don't want you to think about it as being selfish. I don't think it's selfish at all, because if we truly love ourselves, it makes us a better partner. It makes us a better daughter, son, friend, sister, brother, mother, father, whatever that role is you have in those relationships. If you first focus on your self love and have that deep connection, understanding, love, compassion for yourself, then every other aspect of your life is going to benefit from it. So I in no way think that it's selfish to develop that self love for yourself and make that a constant effort in your life to show yourself that you love yourself, to do things for yourself, to take care of yourself, because it's going to create so much positive reactions, reinforcements in your life. So the next theme is balance and harmony. So this is the bridge between body and spirit, heaven and earth, giving and receiving. When we can cultivate a beautiful balance within our lives, it creates this harmony, this liberation of so much weight that can be put on us. And if we're not actively creating balance, between like the physical, mental, spiritual, emotion, all these different aspects of our life, right? Things get really heavy. We need to make sure that we're not exercising too much or not exercising at all. There has to be a balance. And it comes that way for literally every aspect of our life. And when we can be in the state of balance, when we're able to give and receive, right? We're offering our help and we're accepting help when we need it. That's how we can create this balance and harmony in our life. Sometimes that might look like needing to set a boundary so that you're not getting burnt out, and that's okay. You are allowed to do that. And when you have this true deep love for yourself, then you can more easily do things like that to create and maintain that balance in your life without feeling guilty, without feeling like worrying that you're going to upset or tip the scale for somebody else. Again, back to why self love is really so important. So, the next theme is emotional healing and forgiveness. It's important for our well being that we learn to forgive. When we hold on to feelings of anger, resentment, grief, and pain in our heart, it closes our heart off to the world, which closes ourself off to the world. You can hold a grudge against somebody for as long as you want, but I'll tell you this now, it's only hurting you. It's not like holding hate in your heart for somebody causes them pain. It actually only causes you pain, and it blocks you from experiencing love from yourself, from others. So, if there is a lot of anger or resentment towards other people in your life that have hurt you, and you haven't practiced forgiveness and letting go and of those emotions that you're holding on to, you're only hurting yourself. And it can be really difficult. Sometimes it takes time. Sometimes you need to work with a therapist or an energy healer or things like that to help you move through these emotions, because again, they're difficult. Sometimes it's a lot to deal with. But I promise you, anytime that you're holding on to that anger, resentment, all these negative emotions that we so easily attach to because of the pain that we felt, we're just causing ourselves more pain, and it doesn't hurt them. It's not causing them pain. Our external reality is a reflection of our internal reality. So if we're holding hate in our heart over love, we're experiencing hate in our external reality over love. So that's just really something to be mindful of, and maybe check in if you're noticing that you're feeling that lack of love, if you're noticing that distance maybe between other people in your life. Reflect on it and think, where am I not loving myself? Where am I holding hate towards myself deep inside? And start from there. Another core theme is connection, empathy, and unity. So, the energy of the heart chakra is what connects us all. As humans, we all experience the same array of emotions, and that's what gives us the gift of empathy. So, to be able to put yourself in somebody else's shoes and understand what it is that they are feeling is what empathy is. And it is such a gift as a human because it makes us able to connect with others on such a deep, intuitive level of understanding. If you're talking to somebody and they're telling you how they feel, you know how they feel because you too have felt the feeling of anger, of sadness, of joy, of resentment, of all whatever emotion it is that they're feeling, that they're sharing with you. You can connect with them because you too have experienced that. So, empathy is a gift to humanity, and it's what enables us to be able to have connections with others and be able to feel unity between us and others, and understanding that we are all one. We're all in this together. We're all learning. We're all human, and that we're not so different from anybody else. And if we could walk a mile in each other's shoes, there would be a lot less hate in this world and a lot more understanding of one another. Because as soon as you take yourself and you put yourself in that other person's shoes, you walk the mile, you understand from their perspective what they were feeling in the situation. You know, how their point of view from whatever it is. Say you get into an argument with somebody, and a lot of times there's so much miscommunication when you fight with somebody because you're feeling it from your perspective, all these emotions that you're feeling, what you saw, and your perception of life, what your beliefs, everything that plays a part into that. Now, this other person that you got in a fight with, they have their whole perspective, how they saw it, the emotions that they felt, what was going on in their mind, their belief systems. And if you were to sit down across the table from this person and both lay out your cards of this is what happened, this is how I felt, this is why I felt this way because of this that happened to me before, I was triggered, blah, 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 and the other person did the same, I bet you pretty quickly that that could be so easily resolved because we're putting ourselves in other people's shoes, and sometimes we get so wrapped in our own perception, in our own part of whatever it was that we were in, that we forget that this other person has their own emotions, their own feelings, and all that good stuff. So that's why when they say put yourself in somebody else's shoes, it's such actually a powerful exercise and thing to do if you struggle with letting go and forgiveness and all that stuff, because it can help you to maybe understand why they did what they did. It doesn't necessarily excuse that behavior, and it doesn't mean that you shouldn't voice that something made you upset, but learning to let go of it, because again, that's only harming you in the long run. So the next core theme is trust and vulnerability. Allowing yourself to be seen and supported, to know that when you can hold compassion and forgiveness for yourself and others, then they can hold it for you as well. Opening our hearts to others and sharing the deepest parts of ourselves might sound absolutely terrifying to some of you, but it's probably one of the most beautiful and liberating experiences that you can have. It helps you to understand that you are never alone, other people have been there, and that they can help you to feel less alone in difficult situations. Trusting in another, trusting in the universe, and just knowing that we are always so supported and that we are never alone. Because even if you've been through something that's absolutely crazy, chances are there's somebody else that has been through something, maybe not exactly the same, but similar enough that they can hold that empathy for you and hold that space for you to feel seen and heard and understood, and help you to heal and let go of that. Because when we experience trauma, we so easily hold it in the body, but it just ends up causing us all different kinds of issues, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And I think that's why there are so many beautiful souls who feel so called to be therapists, to be healers in any aspect that that may be, coaches, all these new almost industries, careers that have been evolving and coming forward in the last few years. All these souls are here to help. And I think that's important for you to take advantage of that, because even if you don't want to open your soul to somebody like a friend or whatever, you can get there eventually. But if there's something really deep inside that you are holding on to that's causing you so much pain, talk to a therapist or a coach or somebody who is trained in holding that space for you, and start there. And then maybe the next time you're in a relationship or a friendship or something, you can feel more safe and confident in sharing that part of yourself, knowing you're not alone, and knowing that, something that happened to you doesn't mean that's who you are, and it can help you gain confidence for relationships, friendships, all different kinds of relationships in your life. So let's talk about balancing the heart chakra, because the heart is where we remember that love isn't something that we earn, but instead it's actually something that is who we are. We are all love. We all come from love. And I believe truly to my core that every human being in their natural state, so if you never experienced any trauma, if you were let go of all emotions and you were just existing in the natural state, we would all be in the energy of love. And it's only when we are hurt and we don't heal and we don't let go of those things that we lose that. And then we believe that we need to do something to earn it back, or we have to be a certain way to have love. And that's not true. You don't need to have love. You are love. But tapping into that love and radiating that love to the outside world then brings that love to your inner world as well. So again, it's about that balance. It's about that dance with life, with the universe, with all things. So if your heart chakra is balanced, it will look or feel like being open, loving, and compassionate, a healthy balance between giving and receiving love, able to forgive, let go of the past, empathize, and maintain emotional boundaries, and remain in the vibration of love. If your heart chakra is underactive or blocked, it may look like emotional walls or fear of intimacy, feeling unloved or unworthy of love, loneliness, grief, or resentment, holding on to your past, and having a lack of love in your heart. And if the heart chakra is overactive, this can look like over giving or over people pleasing. So, filling everybody else's cup before your own, codependency or losing yourself in relationships, emotional overwhelm, and the constant need for approval from others. So, this is having a lack of love for yourself, definitely, and feeling like you need to constantly be getting that love from an external source. So, if your heart chakra is out of balance, I'm going to share some things with you that you can do to help bring that chakra back into balance. So, first of all, heart opening yoga poses is a really big one. Things like camel, cobra, bridge, upward facing dog, anything where your chest is open and expanding. And then deep breathing, expanding that chest, and posture awareness, okay? If our posture is very bent over and we're hunched over, it's closing that heart space. So practicing rolling your shoulders back, engaging your back muscles to keep that chest open. And when you have a good posture, you look more confident and you're walking around being open to experiences, to people. Think about that when you have an interaction with another person. If somebody's standing there and they're hunched over or their arms are crossed or something where their heart space is blocked, they seem unapproachable. But if somebody's standing there with good posture, their shoulders are back, and their heart is open to you, you feel it's a lot more easier to approach that person and talk to them. So keep that in mind, because others feel that way about you too. Another thing is spending time in nature, because that solves probably nearly all our problems, honestly. I don't know if that's good advice, but spending time in nature is healing in literally every aspect. So get outside, get the fresh air, go spend some time in nature and appreciate everything. Send love to the trees, to the grass, to the sky, to the bugs, to the animals, and just have love and admiration for the beauty that is all around us. breath work is really helpful for balancing the heart. Breathing into your heart space, feeling that chest expand, and spending just like attention in that energy in that area of your body. Eating green foods like leafy greens, avocados, matcha, cucumber, limes, green apple, any food that is green. Practicing gratitude and random acts of kindness is good for the heart. It's good for love. Crystals like rose quartz, green aventure, jade, and malachite. Essential oils such as rose, eucalyptus, bergamot, and geranium. And some affirmations. The phrase for the heart chakra is I am love, or I love. So some affirmations: I am love, I love blank. Fill that in. I love my life. I love my pet. I love my partner. I love my parents. I love the trees. I love the grass. Love everything. I am open to love and connection. I forgive myself and others with ease, and love flows freely to and from my heart. Okay, so I did mention this earlier, but I just want to go into this again because it's truly so important that the heart chakra is the middle chakra, and it may be the most important chakra of them all. If you unblock your heart chakra, then all the other chakras will follow, and it's important that we take the time to take care of our heart chakra and ensure that our energy can flow through with ease so that we can live our most loving, peaceful, empathetic, and compassionate lives. The truth of the universe is that love is the answer. Anything that we're doing out of the energy of love is doing the right thing. And it's important to love not only yourself, but everyone and everything as well. By embodying the energy of love, we can ensure a happy, healthy, and loving relationships in our life. So try to love as much as you can. Try to look at all things through the lens of pure love. If we can all be full of love, there will be so much more compassion and understanding in this world, because love is truly the answer. And if you look around in this world, it's so clear to me that we have such a lack of love and compassion and understanding. So every person who can check in and try to see where they can have more love for themselves, for others, is so important, especially in the times that we're in right now, because we're in this shift. And the more love we can have, the faster this shift is going to happen for everybody. And I mean, that's just part of the magic. So I'm going to go into the 4 pillars of well-being and how the heart chakra affects each of these for us. For our physical well-being, the heart chakra governs the heart, lungs, chest, shoulders, arms, hands, diaphragm, circulatory system, and impacting overall health and vitality. A balanced heart chakra supports heart health, good circulation, and breathing. It also supports our immune system and helping us resist against illness. A balanced heart chakra supports both emotional and physical vitality, allowing the body to maintain healthy circulation and energy flow in the body. So not only is it helping physically, our physical systems in our body, right? Our blood and circulation system plays such an important role in our body. Our respiratory system plays such an important part of our body. Our immune system plays such an important part of our body, which allows so much energy to flow. But then also energetically, our heart chakra being open allows the life force energy to flow so much easier throughout our body as well. For our mental well-being, the heart chakra influences mental patterns related to love, connection, and emotional intelligence, promotes empathy, understanding, and a sense of harmony in your thoughts, while facilitating letting go of grudges and promoting mental peace through love and acceptance of both yourself and others. Creates balanced decisions, encourages decisions rooted in love, kindness, and emotional intelligence, fostering a peaceful mental state. A balanced heart chakra fosters mental clarity, compassion, and the ability to make decisions that honor both logic and emotional intelligence. It fosters the ability to see beyond judgment and approach life with an understanding and kindness. For the emotional well-being, the heart chakra is the center of emotional balance where love, compassion, and forgiveness reside. Self-love and compassion facilitates healthy emotional expression and self-acceptance, allowing you to love yourself unconditionally. Creating healthy boundaries encourages emotional boundaries so that love and affection are given freely, but also in ways that nurture your emotional health. Joy and fulfillment cultivate the capacity to experience joy, happiness, and gratitude through emotional openness and positive connections. A balanced heart chakra enables the healthy expression of emotions by fostering stable and fulfilling relationships with yourself and others. And for our spiritual well being, the heart chakra is the gateway to spiritual love and connection with the universe, aligning you with the energy of unconditional love and divine connection. Divine love facilitates the connection to universal love, allowing you to experience oneness with all beings. Spiritual compassion encourages the spiritual practice of loving kindness both towards yourself and others, promoting peace and alignment with your higher self. Unity and oneness encourages a sense of interconnectedness with the world around you and the divine, fostering spiritual growth. A balanced heart chakra aligns you with love, allowing you to feel spiritually connected, fulfilled, and in tune with the divine presence in all aspects of your life. So, I'm going to go over some journal prompts and visualizations that you can do to dive deeper into this heart chakra energy and do some healing for yourself. Some journaling prompts. What parts of myself am I ready to love more deeply? Who or what am I ready to forgive? What does unconditional love mean to me? How can I bring more love into my daily life? Now, for a visualization, I want you to close your eyes and visualize your heart space. So, the color of the energy for the heart chakra is green. But when in my heart space, I actually often use a white light because white light is representative of pure love. So when I am sending my love out to somebody, I visualize like a big white beam of light coming from my chest and pouring into wherever it is that I'm sending it. But you can visualize it to see maybe first where your heart chakra is at. Visualizing the green. Is it small? Is it dull? Is it dark? Is it pale? Is it vibrant? Is it small? Is it big? Does it feel good in your heart space? Do you feel that love flowing? Or is there something in there that's blocking that love? From you giving love, from you receiving love, from you loving yourself? Take the time to play with that and just feel that energy. And when you feel into that energy, whatever comes up to you, an insight about maybe where you need more love, where you need to practice more love, honor that. Take that and run with it. See where that takes you. Feel into that even more because we are so intuitive. We can become so intuitive with our bodies, with our energy. Working with the chakras, it is so absolutely healing. So, really keep that in mind. And once you have a good relationship with this, you can use your white light to send out that pure love, to feel like you're in that pure love state as well. So, that has been the heart chakra, which may or may not be one of my favorite chakras. I love the energy of love. I am love. I love love. Love is such a beautiful part of life, this gift that we are given from God, from universe, from creator. To be in the energy of love is so powerful, and I like to think about what it's like giving somebody a hug, because hugging other people is so important because you're putting your heart space on their heart space. And I notice a lot about a person when I hug them. If you hug somebody, your heart is on their heart and you feel so much love and warmth, and that warmth is just radiating and it feels like sunshine and rainbows and all the good things. Like that person is giving you so much love. But if you were to give somebody a hug and they feel really cold or closed off, or maybe they're not even fully putting their chest on your chest, maybe their body is turned away, again, that body language, it tells us so much about somebody or about ourselves. you can feel that there's a block there that they have. Maybe they're not open to receiving your love, so they're turning their body away, or they've put this barricade in between them and you, and they can't receive that love you're giving them because they have this block inside. So next time you hug somebody, notice that, create that awareness of how does their heart feel on mine. I think that can tell you so much about the relationships you have, the friendships you have, the relationships within your family. Maybe there's a something that needs healing there, and just keep that in mind because it's really so powerful, and it is honestly such kind of a little fun experiment. And just know that if somebody kind of feels cold, closed off from your love, from your heart, don't take it personally, right? It's not because of you. It's something that they're struggling with. Send them love, send them compassion, hold that understanding for them, because obviously there's something that hurt them, something that they're holding on to, and just send them as much love and healing vibes as you can, and hope that they can find their way to creating that love in their heart. So, thank you so much for tuning in today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. We got 3 more chakras to dive into together, and I can't wait. If you ever have any questions, feel free to send me an email. And yeah, I love you all so much. If you like this episode, if you're enjoying this series, make sure you share it with friends, with loved ones, with anyone you think would enjoy learning more about the chakras. And I will see you next week. Bye.